Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another flashlight review, this time from Mateminco. Now this here is their PD90S. Now I was sent this by flashlightbrand.com. They wanted me to test and review. This light comes in this box, pretty much plain elsewhere. Now the version here that I have is black, and it has the SFH55 LED, and I am familiar with that LED. I do have it in another light, and it does very well. So let's wait no further. Let's open this up, see what's in. We've got the user manual here. This is using the Android UI, so we'll go over a lot of that here. Now the highest output of this light, to my understanding, is 6500 lumens, multi-languages on that user manual. And I just noticed here that this one here is for the MT90 Mini, so I'm not really sure. This is not the one they sent me, so user manual doesn't go to this light. We have a little bag of goodies here. This is a lanyard, which I'm not going to take out. I don't use it on lights that are this small anyways. Everything else is out of the box. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure that I have the PD90S. So that's good. There it is. This is not a mini light, as you can see. A little bit bigger than compact, especially on the head area. Nice recessed area here for the button. Easily find that. Steel bezel on there looks great. Charging port here. It's got some knurling here on the body, so that's nice, help gripping it, especially if you're wearing gloves. It's got some heat sinking here on the side of the light, especially near the LED. It's a very deep reflector, as you can see. You can table stand that. As rattling inside is an adapter there. Now the machining and finish on this is very nice. I've done quite a few lights from Mateminco now, and these do real well. Very nice, comfortable carrying it. I have large hands, so it's just perfect. Now the Android UI can be complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it's really not that bad. And the style and design on this is nice as well. Really like the larger head. Of course, that's going to help with throw. Feels good. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look here at that deep, smooth reflector. And you see the LED there. Try to get the light out of it if I can. There we go. This is running the SFH55 LED. And it is an impressive performing LED. I have it in another light and I use it quite a bit. There we go. No dome on that. Alright, let's go ahead and get this open. I'll show you the insides of the light. Heavy duty tail springs there. Well greased threads as well. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the head off the barrel here. Try not to get grease all over the light. There we go. Get that little adapter out of there. That's so you can run an 18650 cell. There's the spring on the head of the light, so that means that you're going to be able to run flat top cells, button top cell, or slightly raised. So you're not limited to what you can run on this, which is nice. Very nice quality. Now we're going to go ahead and bring out the battery as soon as I put this together. So I'm going to bring out a battery that I'm going to be using here is a 26650. This is an Orbitronic battery. I've been using these for years. They're a little on the pricey side, but every once in a while you can get a deal, especially during the holidays. So I picked up about 10 of these, and 26650 cell lights are still my favorite, but these 21700s are really taking over, but these still have a soft spot in my heart. I'll go ahead and put those in there. That is an unprotected cell. Now you can get those in protected as well. Now let's go over the UI. See, we do have power. That's a good locator beacon, so if you don't want that on there, say like you're having a storm, you know it's coming, set it on the counter, set that down. You can easily see that if the power goes out and locate your light. Now we're going to go ahead and get started here. Turning it on, pretty simple. We're going to go ahead and ramp it up. It's pretty quick actually. Pretty fast. Love the ramping. I'll be using that, but I'll show you how to do the stepping as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the beam here. As you can see, it's almost the perfect combination beam, but you can see nice little cut off there, not super sharp, but nice. It's going to help with range on this. And we'll wrap it all the way up. Again, the user manual on this, I'll put the updated Lumen output once I get it on the computer. Double click to get turbo. Really, really bright. Turn that back down. Now we're going to go over the stepping on this. 1, 2, 3. Now it's on stepping, and you can go up and down. Now it will only bounce back and forth from the one you're on and the one up. So if you want it to go down, you have to press down and hold. It's pretty quick actually. If you hold it down, it's pretty fast. Double click again for turbo. Yeah, that is pretty fast. I'm going to put it back on ramping. 1, 2, 3. Now we got it on ramping. So now we're going to go ahead and turn the light off. we're going to go ahead and do 3 clicks from off. 1, 2, 3. We'll get you a battery check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I just charged this battery, so 4.2 volts. And you can do that even before turning on the light. So, before you head out the door, just look at it. 3 clicks from off. Oh, but I need to charge it before you head out the door, or grab a couple other cells with you, or just swap them out at the time. So it's always nice. Now from off, 1, 2, will get you instant access to turbo. That is always nice as well. So now we're going to do 4 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4 will get you lockout. So now the light will only come on that lowest light level, but it will not stay on, so it's protected. 1, 2, 3, 4 unlocks the light, so now we're back on. Pretty simple on this UI actually. Once you start using it regularly, becomes second nature. Now programming, you can fully program this light to your liking. Gets a little more detailed into it, but once you set it up the way you want it, it'll be very easy for you. And with a little practice, you can always factory reset it. If it does something that you don't want it to do, you can factory reset it and start over again. So that's a nice thing as well. Now the next one is 5 clicks from off, but we're going to set the light up before we do that. So you can set it up for the instant access to the light level that you want. So we're going to raise it up here to the highest level of the UI. Turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now whenever you press down and hold that side switch, you have that level, or whatever level you choose. Light output, instant access. Now to get out of that, simply unscrew the tail cap, let it break the connection, and now you're back to the regular UI. So now we're going to do 6 clicks from off to get muggle mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now when you turn on the light, and wait a second, and we'll turn it off. Now you can see the 2-step as it goes up. When you turn it on, just has that 2-step on. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going back to the regular. Just click it on and it instantly comes on. And that's all there is on that part of the UI. So now we're going to go over the special features of this light right out of the box, ready to go. Now on this particular special features, you're going to click the side switch 3 times, press down and hold on the 3rd. Now it's activated. This is candlelight mode, one of my favorites. And you put a diffuser on that. It looks pretty realistic. Now you can intensify this if you want. Make it brighter. Or you can make it a little, just barely flickers. Pretty amazing. Now in order to go to the next special mode, we're going to double click. This is what they call a bicycle mode. Now you can intensify the pulse as well as the light output. So you can kind of see, my camera's not really picking up the whole thing, but it's actually, it's got several flickers of the light output that's pretty bright. We're going to double click again. We'll get you what they call a party mode. This one is actually pretty cool if all the lights are out. So you can intensify the speed of the flash, which is slow it down, or it's just my camera's not picking it up. It's just really very quick flashing. Press down and hold will make it more of a pulse, so now you can kind of see it a little bit better. Definitely interesting. We're going to double click again. We'll get you a tactical strobe, my favorite strobe to have on a light. And not everybody uses this one, but Nitecore does, and some other lights of mine. It's really distracting. Double click again. We'll now go into what they call a lightning storm mode, and it's probably my favorite of all of the Android UI itself. Put a diffuser on this, put it in the window behind some blind. You'd swear there was a lightning storm going on out there, but without the sound. You can't do any adjustment on this. This is just random. Pretty interesting how that works out. And it's never the same thing, so it's not anything that can become typical or something you'll expect it to do next. You could double click again to go back to the candlelight mode. One click turns that off, and that's all there is to this light. A lot of programming features you can do yourself. It takes a little bit of time. Really nice, solid build quality on these lights. Been really impressed with them, and they look very nice as well. Alright, well, let's take this Mateminco outside, see how it does in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness with the Mateminco PD90S. Let's go ahead and get started. Started off on the lowest level, water spout. It is 38 feet there. It's barely lighting it up, especially on this light output. Good for up close. I'll ramp it up here a little bit there. Kind of give you an idea. There on the fence. Tree is 65 feet to there, 38 feet to that water spout. Tree of life there, and it is faintly making that 138 feet. We've had a lot of storms here for the last couple months, so it's been a real pain having to clean up afterwards, and another storm come in, and so hopefully we've had our storms. Hopefully it'll look better in the future here. Usually making those farther areas school beam profile. This type is LED is really impressive. I'll ramp it up some more here. See in the further distances, both parks there across the park, or playground, sorry. Then can really light it up with these. Yeah, this thing. Yeah, look at those trees way out in the distance. Usually light those up. 238 feet there to that tree behind the Tree of Life. 138 feet. Yeah, this thing is doing great. So I'm going to ramp it all the way up on the palm trees here. That's just before turbo, making both of them. Yeah, this is doing great. See those trees lighting up out there? Ramp it back up here. Cycles down due to heat. Normal. Got a good battery in here, so it should be okay. We're going to do turbo on the palm trees. See how it does. Whoop. Sorry about that. Look at that. Now this is going to cycle down relatively quickly, so we'll do a pan around, and I'll double click again for you. Look at that. This LED is one of my favorite LEDs as far as combination beam. It just really does a lot. And it's got pretty good run time on the turbo. Not too sure why it steps down on the lower light outputs, and see it stepping down now so quickly, but you can always raise it up. Double click again. Turbo. Super impressive. Look at that. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those night shots. Impressive beam performance. This thing has very nice range on it. More than enough. The combination beam, it's not a dedicated thrower, so it doesn't have super range. This LED does very well, in my opinion, for a combination beam. Great for indoor or outdoors. As you can see, it's got very nice large hot spot on that. Further out you get, of course, you're losing intensity and range on it, but that's okay, because these little LEP lights and these super dedicated throwers, I'm not a huge fan of them. They're my third favorite on the dedicated thrower, but the LEPs, I'm just not really into those. I do have a light that from another manufacturer that has the LEP mixed with the regular LEDs, and it did pretty good. That LEP really helps extend that range, but them by themselves, I'm not a huge fan of. So that's just my opinion on the LEP lights. As far as the ease of use, this to me is pretty easy to operate right out of the box. You can do a lot of programming with it as well. Type-C charging. You don't get a cable with it, but you have extra cell phone charger, will easily charge this up pretty quickly. User manual is the wrong one for this light. Not too sure what's going on with that, but in any case, easy to operate. Kind of know the Android by heart as it is, and it's really an impressive light. Alright, well, I want to thank Flashlight brand for sending me this Mateminco to review. Now, if this PD90S is something you're interested in getting, I will leave a link down in the description, including a special discount code that will help you save money on this, just in case you're interested in getting it. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thanks button. Donate to my channel if you wish. Otherwise, please share, like, and subscribe. That way I can bring more of these Mateminco to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care. Well, let's take this outside, see how it does in the wilderness.